I don't know, man. He is like the third Protoss of like the 3 European Protoss Musketeers. That's just really, really difficult to deal with PvP. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. If I had to say a favorite, I think OyA might be my pick here of these two. But that being said, BoA also a phenomenal North American Protoss. Already shown he's taken the map off of DeWalt this last season. So it's going to be a pretty exciting one here. I'm kind of shocked, to see how well BoA's been playing as of late. I wouldn't even say PvP is his favorite matchup or something like that, but he's just looked very, very good on it. Anyways, folks, it looks like we are set and ready to go here. It's going to be BoA going up against OyA, game number 1. Let's see it. Ooh, spawning top right of Eclipse as the teal Protoss. From Sweden, it is OyA. And spawning bottom left from North America as the purple Protoss, it is BoA. Eclipse PvP, sometimes you expect some shenanigans. There's a lot of proxy one-gate play that, obviously is strong PvP as well as PvT on this map. Looks like we will not be seeing any of that here to start things off here. OyA, man, I can't state enough how blown away I am with his mechanics in this, not just this matchup, all matchups. He's one of those Protoss that I think it took him a long time to figure out, like, how to stop making probes late game. And when he figured out, like, oh, there's actually an optimal amount, his play just skyrocketed. And it's crazy because it's actually difficult to, constantly be making probes, right? But man, he just figured out the timing so well. First scout's going to go to BoA though. Probe is all the way across the map, sees the core, sees the gas, nothing unusual, no proxy gates. So, he should be a little relieved to see this, harassing the probes on gas, which we like to see. Just because gas is so important in this matchup, this is something you see DeWalt level players, Bonif level players do a lot. They ignore the minerals in this matchup. They just are here to try to deny any and all gas mining that they possibly could. So really good harass here from BoA so far. Cores look relatively equal in timing. Oh, probe getting caught though. Gets shot by that zealot. And no scouting going to be allowed here for OyA. So if you had to give an advantage, it would maybe be to BoA at the moment. It's always nice being able to see that core spinning, and at the same time, it's more about like lack of vision, right? Right now, for all OyA knows, there could just be a the Templar archives already being produced out of the main for the fastest DT ever. So he's kind of forced to go into this robo observer play just based off the fact that he lost his scouting. Oh man, but that scouting probe positioning behind the natural mineral, I love that. He might have a chance to just run into the main here and get a full scout off. But actually, BoA looks like he's backing up to the ramp. Remember, BoA's Dragoon is out on the map, kind of in flanking position here to catch this Dragoon. This is something I feel like I don't see super often, but it looks cool. Okay, looks like Dragoon is moving up. Oh, gotta stay on top of it. Ooh, the Dragoon froze. Just Protoss things, folks. Probe gets into the main though. Oh, BoA, hilarious. Gets a full scout off, sees nothing out of the ordinary. Later robo, and I bet you OyA is just, having a little bit of relief here. Knows he can go directly into that Reaver play, will not need Observer immediately. And also knows that, you know, for the most part, tech and production is mirrored across both of these players. So yeah, he'll have the faster Reaver here. Might even opt to go for, you know, just a faster natural. Oh, I love it. Look at that support bay timing. Very, very good. Robo not quite done yet here for BoA, but, you know, BoA at the same time not really making any big mistakes either. Looks like he is pressuring across the map here with his Dragoon Zealot force, but with the closer rallied gateways from OyA, I don't know what he can expect to get done here. 4 Dragoons and a Zealot versus 4 Dragoons and a Zealot. Yeah, it looks like he's wisely just gonna sit. I think this is a good decision here. OyA probably producing either a Shuttle and a Reaver right now. No expansion yet for either player.
Dada 78,641 is sub.
Okay, BoA getting the observatory,
StarCraft.
which it is important, but you know, you don't want to have to build that observer immediately if you don't really need it. Okay, whoa. OyA backing up the ramp and sacrifices the Zealot. Well, I don't know about this, BoA. What? He just walks up and kills the Reaver. Lost a lot of Dragoons for it. I actually am not sure who that was better for, because that was a lot of lost Dragoons. But man, getting a Reaver PvP is it's a big deal. I think that'll give BoA timing to where he can wait for his own Reaver and just hold a natural. So that was really unique. I don't see that very often. Observer moving across the map here. He will have vision. Doesn't see the Dragoon. Oh, he does see the Dragoons now. So he knows exactly where OyA's Dragoon force is on the map. Sees the 2-gate, sees the Robo. And yeah, it looks like he's just content with sitting and taking an expansion right now, given everything he's scouted. And I think that's a good call here for BoA. Dragoon force moving across the map here for OyA. It's definitely bigger than BoA's. BoA going to need to back up and try to just hold the natural at this point. Reaver out on the map here for OyA. Still no shuttle. Ooh, I'm a little scared here. Reaver moving towards the back of the force. One good shot off. Come on, connect! Oh man. This is a very even game, folks. This is very, very close between these two. Still no expo for either player. I mean, they're just, because the trades are going so even, they're just kind of forced to really delay these expansions because they just need every unit they can possibly have to prevent these pressure timings. We are seeing a little bit of a supply advantage finally in the favor of OyA here. But that observer for BoA has been doing some work here. It's going to scout out once again this other timing, and with the shuttle, actually, this could be quite scary. Never mind. There's a shuttle for BoA as well. And here we go. Ooh, nice Scarab to start things off for BoA. And man, it is dead even. It is dead even between these two. Oh, he's going to try to move up the high ground. I don't know about this. Good pickup. Ooh, massive Scarabs from both sides. Oh my gosh. I think BoA actually, with the better of the trade there. Those are some very big Scarab connections for BoA. OyA kind of just, you know, targeted some of the front Dragoons. Didn't have a ton of additional splash. But he should feel very confident in taking his expansion here. But he might not. He might smell blood here and choose to try to end the game. That's what it's looking like. No Nexus down still for BoA. There's no Observer here for OyA yet, I believe, either. So, once again, BoA with this Observer will get some free scouting. 2 more gateways going down in the main for OyA. It looks like OyA definitely feeling the pressure here. Knows that he's a little weak at the moment. double Reaver coming in from BoA with the shuttle, and here we go. It's go time, I think. Oh, Reavers crawling in. Ooh, one connect there for OyA though. So one of those Reavers from BoA going to be a little weak, but such a massive Dragoon force here. Shuttle going down with the Reaver, and final Reaver falling. And actually, whoa, BoA takes game number 1 here versus OyA. That's an exciting one. That was a shocker, honestly. I really felt going into this that OyA was going to be a little bit of the favorite, but I mean, they were dead even in every way, it felt like, other than the observer tech for BoA, but it ended up paying off. He just got the better engagements just through having, you know, earlier vision, knowing unit positioning, it felt like. So very, very well done there from BoA to take game number 1 against a extremely solid Protoss in OyA. OyA, though, not out of it. Definitely a player who's faced some adversity in the past. I know he's going to rally here. And it should be, you know, at least a different map. I'm kind of excited to see how this one could go. OyA, you know, just mechanically such a sound player. And BoA, you know, obviously showing he's got the chops as well, man. He had such a good, strong opening game number 1 there versus OyA. And I'm kind of excited to see how this one's going to go. Let's see, what is map number 2 here? Map number 2 will be Fighting Spirit, the old classic. Pretty good map for PvP, a lot of high ground bases. So once you kind of secure them, you know, of the maps, I think it plays out for late game PvP a little better than most, which is my whole hopes and dreams. I feel like I want to see these two go, you know, a 30-minute plus PvP with mass, you know, Reaver, Shuttle, Storm, Archon. That's always the dream. But yeah, obviously BoA going up 1-0. The winner of this series will move on to face DeWalt in the semifinals. So it's gonna, you know, take a lot of solid PvP practice to make it into the grand finals from this upper bracket side. And it sounds like we are ready to get going here into the next game. It's going to be BoA versus OyA on Fighting Spirit, game number 2. Let's get to it. And spawning, top left, as the blue Protoss, it is OyA. And bottom right, as the red Protoss, it is BoA. So like I was just saying, I was really hoping we'd get to see some, you know, later, at least 3+ base PvP, and I feel like Fighting Spirit is the map for it. You know, obviously PvP is so hectic, so aggressive, chaotic, that a lot of the times the game can just end on 1 base timings. But, you know, can hope. They are cross-map. So things like a 2-gate pressure are significantly less likely to deal, you know, massive damage to economy, or at least even trade effectively. So we'll have to see what each of these players opts for here. Game number 1, BoA definitely opened up with the faster scout. So we'll see if maybe something similar happens this game. And yep, it looks like BoA going to be once again scouting after gateway timing. OyA opting to continue mining with that probe, so might have slight eco advantage. Always like that style as well. And it looks like BoA going to be putting down a second gateway. I'm not sure about this, but fortunately OyA doing the same. I always thought that on 4-player maps, Protosses that open 2 gates scout cross map to see if they're going to end up being close positions to their opponent or not, but looks like neither player are going to be doing that. Probes will pass each other. I think what you do here, once you recognize your cross map, is you kind of just put your gas down if they're opening 2-gate as well, and just run towards Dragoon Tech, but who knows. Zealot getting on the ramp just in time to deny this vision, and only a single gateway is scouted here from BoA, so, you know, doesn't really have an idea of exactly what's going on yet. And yeah, gas going down in the main for both players, so both players opting pretty much, hey, I can't do a ton of damage cross map with 2-gate, so let's just go ahead and get to our tech here, which I think is a great call. Ooh, OyA though going to scout 3 zealots, so I feel like this may be a little bit of a mistake here, because now OyA knows that BoA has gone 2-gate, but obviously BoA has no idea what OyA is doing. So, kind of unique here. Either way, 3 zealots going to be pressuring across the map here for BoA. Both players' cores are down, just trying to make it to that Dragoon Tech. And it looks like OyA will get the probe in once again. Ooh, here we go. 3 zealot pressure with the probe. Nicely done with the probe in the back. But actually, it looks like, once again, OyA going to get the better of the trades here. Did I lie? Ooh, probe going down. Oof. Either way, this is good just for the scouting info alone. BoA going to get inside the main. Sees no core spinning. No range. That is interesting. This could be... Oh, I was not expecting that. Nexus going down at the natural here for OyA. So, seeming pretty confident. Zealot moving back for BoA. Does scout the Nexus though. And 2 Dragoons out for OyA. 2 Dragoons moving across the map for BoA, and we do have range for BoA, so I believe there could be a window here where BoA could get some serious damage done just with Dragoon range alone. You always got to be scary, or, you know, worried if you're skipping that Dragoon range, because it is possible to take advantage of it. Yep, we're even seeing a 3rd gateway going down in the main for BoA, so this is committed. He is heavy committed to dealing this pressure here. That probe zealot scout in the main, recognized, no range, and yeah, he just sees red at this point. He's going to be moving in, trying to do some big damage as soon as this core is done spinning, and I think he's in a position to do it. OyA though, trying to catch some of these zealots before that Dragoon range kicks in. I don't know about this if you're BoA. I feel like he's engaging just a little too quickly here. Dragoon getting targeted down immediately from OyA, just great control, and suddenly definitely a little bit of a less of an advantage here for BoA. Definitely need to keep that Dragoon alive. Still no range for either player, and yeah, once again, OyA just getting better trades, avoiding these zealots and doing some good damage, but still might just be too many units here for BoA. 3 gateway completed for both players. And it looks like 1 zealot will be splitting off, tanking. 4 Dragoons and a zealot moving into the natural here. Going to try to focus down this Nexus, but actually just decided, you know what? Let's see if we can just kill you here. Moves up the ramp a little bit. Oh, the 2 Dragoons coming in from the flank though, from OyA. Probes moving in as well. Ooh, Probe's going to start falling. Zealot actually doing a great job tanking still. Not even sure how it's still alive. And man, this is very close, but with a few more Dragoons rallying in here from BoA, this could be all he needs. 4 Dragoons versus 2. Probe being pulled off the ramp. Another rally Dragoon running in here though from OyA. But I mean, no mining is being done at this natural. This is a big deal, a huge investment here from OyA, and it's just not finding any returns for him. BoA, though, was stacking a good amount of resources. I think at some point you maybe just throw the Nexus down. More and more probes being rallied in here from OyA. Wow, I can't believe how many probes he has. 5 Dragoons versus 4. Good targeting from both players so far. Now it's 3 Dragoons versus 2. Man, this is a lot of lost mining time. But actually, I mean, that probe saturation at the natural for OyA looks so healthy. It's like I said, man, he just makes so many probes, it stands out. Only the one base still for BoA. It looks like we're kind of at a tipping point. If BoA's gonna win, he's got to win now. Big probe surround here, though, from OyA, doing a great job blocking these Dragoons as they move out. Still 4 Dragoons remaining here for BoA. 2 more Dragoons rallying in. Some lost mining time there for OyA. Oof. It is just so close between these two. Looks like the weak Dragoons being targeted down here from OyA, but BoA, I mean, it's just been a story of numbers this game. He's just, feels like he's outnumbered OyA every single one of these engagements. Good probe control once again, though, from OyA, doing some great job blocking, even trying to use the pylons to block. I love it. That is very well done there from OyA. And suddenly, we might have Dragoon advantage for OyA finally. Nope, I lied. 5 Dragoons coming in here for BoA once again. Zealot getting some good connects though. Man, this has just been constant pressure here for BoA. OyA's just slowly sneaking ahead here, it feels like. That additional mining from all those probes at the natural is finally starting to add up. And BoA has just been so committed with these 3-gate Dragoon rally. Natural should be up for BoA, but I don't think he has... Yeah, there we go. Probes just now moving in, so this will be an eco spike here for BoA. But yeah, he's just moving in with less units every time, and feels like OyA is just starting to take more and more of an advantage of it. Yep. He's got to back out here. Oh. Wow. What a hold from OyA. What a hold. That's incredible. Finally, for the first time, OyA realizing he's in a strong position to move out on the map here. He's already secured his nat gas. Look at that probe saturation. I mean, that's insane. And suddenly, it's going to be BoA on the back foot, trying to put down a cannon at the natural here real quick. Support bay still being produced, so no Reaver. We're still ways out from Reaver. And yeah, he's got to do what he can to try to hold this natural here. Third Nexus going down here from OyA. He's in such a confident position here. This is what I wanted to see. I said of all the maps, this is the one where we're likely to at least see 3rd plus base. And OyA, yeah, he's just proven it at this point. Why not, man? I mean, not only did he hold that, he had so many probes being produced all throughout this game. It's been nuts. I mean, he's winning because of his eco, certainly. Good pressure coming in here. Zelt's doing a good job tanking, but it looks like the Dragoon count from BoA just enough to kind of stave this off. Ooh! OyA's got to watch out here. I don't know why he's keeping his units around. Oh, he's got a few more Dragoons being rallied in, that's why. Okay. So it looks like Dragoon trade was pretty decent, but OyA just now starting to get these little advantages, it feels like. Ooh, Reaver completed though. Will get scouted here from OyA, and that's actually going to prompt OyA to finally back up. Still, OyA, wow, 6 gateways, Observatory, Citadel. He's going to skip Robotech, Reaver Tech rather, altogether. And look at that probe count, man. Yeah, pokes in, sees the Reaver, sees the cannon building, says, yeah, you can have that. I got a third base. I am all good. Observer moving out on the map here for BoA. Will scout retreating Dragoons. He's got to get a idea on this third base, though. I think that's the first thing that BoA... He's got to recognize where he's at economically in this game. If he doesn't, and he lets OyA just get away with a third for a very long time, and, you know, he doesn't have a third of his own, he will slip behind. Dragoons being spread out all over the map here from OyA. I love this. He's doing it to try to catch, you know, shuttles making their way to his third, to the main. So I, you know, as well as just giving overall good map vision. Ooh, Observer scouting out BoA's Observer. And actually, BoA going to finally scout this third base. He's not going to be pleased to see this. Look at all the probes. Oh, man. He is not happy about this. And yeah, immediately we see BoA starting to gather his units, saying, what the hell? How does he have a third base already? He's going to have to pressure out here and try to get some damage done. You can't let OyA run away with just having such strong economy. BoA going to also prompt a probe to move to 6 o'clock. Look to secure his own third base, but it is obviously much later time than what OyA has managed to put together. Reaver Goon moving out here for BoA. Now, if we remember the last game, the engagements were really where BoA was shining. And here we go. Reavers being dropped, moving in here. No Reavers for OyA, but look at the unit count. It's like he's playing Zerg or something. He's just got so many more units than BoA at the moment, and that's going to prompt a GG. Well played there from OyA. Man, that was a scary game for OyA, especially around the part where, you know, the 3-gate timing for BoA was hitting. I did not think he was going to hold. It felt like every time they engaged, BoA just had that 1 or 2 Dragoon difference, but the probe count and the probe pulling was really what ended up kind of holding it out for him there. I mean, OyA's eco just started to spike, and it was very, very difficult for BoA to hang on. So well done there from OyA, as expected. He'll end up tying up the series 1-1 between the two of them. And yeah, that was like typical OyA fashion. I like that, you know, he's kind of showing off how strong his eco is, particularly in PvP. It seems like he gets to a much higher probe count than I feel like a lot of the other foreign Protosses really get to. And you know, if you're able to hang on and hold in those clutch situations, it inevitably pays off. We saw that with, you know, his third timing, his natural gas timing. He's very, very good at probe production, and you know, good to a point that it wins him a lot of games, even in, you know, typically like lower eco based matchup like PvP. So very, very well done there, as expected, from OyA. That will tie this up 1-1 in this best of 5. So 2 more wins are needed apiece for the winner of this series. And let's see, what will the next map be? The next map, okay, next map is going to be Match Point, another old classic 2-player map. Kind of a interesting map with the high ground bases outside the mineral onlys. It's this is one of the maps I don't expect to see a third base PvP, honestly. It's very, very difficult to secure a third if you're Protoss on this map. But still, nonetheless, quite a strong, you know, map for this matchup, with it being two base and everything. So yeah. And we are ready to get into it here. It's going to be OyA versus BoA, game number 3 on Match Point. Let's see it. And spawning bottom left as the blue Protoss, it is OyA. And spawning top right as the red Protoss, it is BoA. And we already see some shenanigans. I love it. 2-player map, you got to mix something like this in at least once in a series. What we haven't been seeing from OyA is that early scout, right? So I think this is a read from BoA. We know OyA likes to put the single gateway down and then just goes back to mining and pretends like nothing's happening. So you might be able to catch a player like that off guard with something like this. Except I don't like if he's going to show the probe. I don't know why he showed the probe. But, okay. I think that should prompt a scout here from OyA. And yeah, we see him moving around the main here with that probe, looking for something like a proxied gateway. OyA moving out to the natural here, and we'll see the gateway. That was a really nice manor pylon, I gotta say, though, from BoA to catch that mineral patch in the center. I think, actually, OyA might be in some trouble just because of that alone. Ooh, another one. Oh, man. If you're OyA, you are not happy with this mining right now. The center pylon being torn down rather quickly with the 2 trap probes. Another one? Is that also trapped? It is also trapped. What is this? Oh man, he is committed. BoA just gonna go for it here. So first Zealot gets inside. Oh, wisely backs off. He's just preventing that Zealot from doing a little bit of extra damage to the pylons here. Look at the probe train just transferring around the back of the mineral line. Ugh, that is just really inefficient mining here from OyA. And I mean, it can't be helped. He's got to do it. So, still though, he's managed to hang on to all of his probes so far. And actually, BoA going to be the first to lose a probe. Ooh, good, you know, disruption though with the probe Zealot versus BoA's probe. Still, second Zealot is in the mineral line as well, looking to get some good damage done. Ooh, come on! Click it! Oh man, I don't know how that probe got out of there. That's crazy. This is a lot of lost mining time though, if you're OyA, and just more and more Zealots trickling in here. It already looks like BoA planning on transitioning out of this. We see a gateway going up in his main. I think he's recognized, hey, I've done the damage. I can play out of this. Oh, nice pylon trap, and that actually will end it. So well done there from OyA to kind of get that final pylon trap in. And yeah, 2 more gateways going to go down in the main here from BoA. BoA still with the Zealot inside the main, looking to get some damage done. More lost mining time here as all these probes are pulled. Ooh, another rallied Zealot moving in. Gas being taken, finally, from OyA. Ooh, nice connect. Another probe falls. Looks like OyA just kind of focusing down the gateway and pylon outside his own natural. So no pressure, really moving towards BoA's base. So he should be in plenty of time once those 2 gateways get up to defend. You know, I gotta say, OyA still has a surprising amount of probes given everything that's happened. Another... Oh, come on, you can't fall for it again. The 2 Zealots go down, and yeah, suddenly OyA with a little bit of a supply lead here. He does have the faster gas, I believe. BoA, you know, definitely did damage, though. He's thrown OyA off a little bit, but man, I feel like OyA, he's recovered pretty well. He's going to have a 3 or 4 Zealot timing of his own, moving across the map now. Looks like it's 3 Zealots versus 3 Zealots so far, but we still see more blue. Okay, 4th Zealot, and it's go time. OyA moving in on the Zealot group of BoA. Decides to start poking down this pylon. We We see a couple more blue dots on the mini-map moving here, so it's gonna look to be 6 Zealots total. Ooh. I like picking off the pylon here. I think this is actually a really good call. No sense to go too far into the base yet. And 2 Dragoons are out. Ooh, but BoA doing a great job not allowing them to get surrounded. Well, I jinxed it. Zealots moving in here, getting a little more damage done before they're gonna fall. I think he could split one off maybe and go try to target some probes. Two Dragoons moving across the map here for OyA. Well, that's a red HP Dragoon. And yep, looks like he's finally going to get inside the mineral line here of BoA. Look to get a little damage. Ooh, one Dragoon going down and a probe. That's big. 3 Zealots now in the mineral line, looking to target some probes down. A lot of lost mining time, but just great control here from BoA to prevent any of that. 3 gateways out of OyA. This is going to be 3 gate pressure. I love it. You know, it's really strong. I think you're just good to mix it in. Occasionally PvP. We haven't seen BoA really do anything too all-in-ish, so I think he should feel safe to you know, go for a move like this. Both players putting a Nexus down. I kind of like this. Forge as well for BoA. I think maybe that's just DT defense, but OyA opting to skip it. I think that's pretty wise. Oh, BoA. You don't know what you're up against, man. Cannot move in here with these 5 Dragoons. Here we go. Yep, OyA just jumping all over it immediately. That's a free Dragoon. These cannons are not going to get the same utility. I understand why he's doing it. You know, he obviously doesn't hack, but I would have to say, you know, OyA definitely going to be in a stronger position by not opening Forge, it seems. Citadel going down for BoA, so maybe if he can get to some type of Templar tech or even just Storm Archon, it could be good for him here. Robo down in the main for OyA, so he should have that observer tech he needs to prevent any DT shenanigans. Probe transfer going down for both players. Very well timed. And supplies are dead even. Oh, OyA opting to move in against the cannons. I did not think he would do this, but actually that is a lot of Dragoons. Oh man, is he just gonna do it? Oh, he's only up by 1 Dragoon now, but still good trades here for OyA. Cannons did go down, and this is gonna force more lost mining time out of BoA. Oh, Zealot moving in here. Actually, now it's 5 Dragoons. Oh, very well done from OyA. Yeah, these are going to be some dead probes. Oh, walling off is BoA. Have not seen that in a while. Good probe control here to get on top of these Dragoons, and actually they're just going to end up retreating into the main. 2 more gateways being produced here for BoA, and Nexus being targeted down. OyA in a very strong position now. Felt like BoA just maybe got a little caught between a timing here, waiting for this Templar tech. Looks like OyA not even going to bother killing off the Nexus here. He just wants in. Supplies have plummeted here for BoA. And 2 DTs are out, so they do get scouted. This might prompt just a Nexus snipe and then a back off here from OyA. Oh, DT's just going to go home, and looks like OyA's fine with that. Yeah, observatory should be done. Yeah, he's got obs actually. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, he's completely set. All right. OyA is not worried at all. Dragoon's being targeted down here. Opts just to move past this DT, do what damage he can with these 5 Dragoons. He realizes exactly where he's at in this game. 2 DTs walking in, and GG is called by BoA, and that will actually have OyA moving up 2-1 to take the lead in this series. Really, really strong play from OyA as expected. Early game was close. I really like the choice from BoA to go for like some proxied 1-gate shenanigans. He definitely was getting good trades, you know, versus the probe line. Great pylon blocks, as you'd expect from a player like BoA, but man, OyA just kind of stuck in it and played very, very solid. Ended up coming back with the comeback, so very well done there from both these players. But you know, OyA, just he's a strong player, man. He's so difficult to deal with. I don't know. If you're BoA, you got to come up with something a little different, apparently. Our next map is going to be Circuit Breakers, another fun map that, you know, I don't think gets added into a whole lot of map pools recently, so I'm really happy to see, you know, RCG 2021 map pool has it. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the old classics across, you know, every matchup, I feel like. So yeah, this is another map where I feel like you can see third base and PvP. Those mineral onlys are relatively easy to get to and execute, you know, putting down a base, defending from the high ground in this matchup. So it'll be interesting to see. And yeah, it seems like both of our players are ready here to get into the next game. It's going to be OyA going up against BoA on game number 4 here. Map is Circuit Breakers. Let's get to it. Ooh, spawning bottom left as the red Protoss, we have CWT BoA. And top right, it is as the blue Protoss, IRK OyA. So cross map PvP, Circuit Breakers, like we were just talking about, it's definitely a map where, I don't know, you can see third bases get secured. I feel like for whatever reason you see a lot of like Speed Zealot Archon on this map, just because no third gas once the game gets a little later. And Speed Zealot, you know, this is one of the few maps where it is pretty strong for the matchup once you get there. Both of our players also spawning cross map, which is kind of my favorite position. Like, I really just want the games to go a little longer. It's more difficult for things like, you know, 2 gates to do any major damage here early on. And it looks like BoA going to not scout early. This is new for him. He's opting just to put down the single gateway, go back to mining here, which is what OyA has done pretty much every game. And OyA going to be doing the same. Good gateway positioning here. Ooh, this could be a second gate. It is. Second gate cross map versus gas from BoA. I already like BoA's position a little better. This is going to be a cross scout from BoA, it looks like, so he will... Never mind. He just had to throw me off here. Scouting for those proxy gates, and then moves up towards the top left. And OyA going to be scouting bottom right, which we know BoA will not be there either. So it's going to take these folks a little bit to get their bearings on this game. And here we go. Second gateway is up. OyA most likely waiting for 3 zealots before moving out. And BoA, content with just sitting in the main, has the cyber core underway. First zealot is out for BoA. Will be blocking his ramp and preventing any scouting. So well done here. BoA scouts it. And BoA going to see the 3 Zealots. That is the telltale sign of 2 gateways early. Probe gets inside the main. So this is going to be a full scout here for BoA. Knows exactly what he's up against. Sees 2 on gas for OyA. Dragoon going to get out here for BoA. Immediately goes to work on this probe. Probe trying to pull it as far back into the main as possible. He's got to get some extra shots off on these Zealots before they get up this ramp. Ooh, here we go. Dragoon getting some good damage so far. Stays in front of the Zealots. I like this. Now BoA's own Zealot moving in here. Focus firing the 1 weak Zealot. Second Dragoon joins the fray, and I think BoA's easily held this. Ooh, Dragoon is trapped though. That's always scary. But yeah, it looks like he's done it. Alright, last Zealot trying to get some shots off on these probes. Ooh, does get a probe though. That's a nice pickup there for OyA. And the other 2 Zealots going to wisely turn around. Ooh, I like this. He's hiding one in a kind of behind the mineral line at the natural. We already saw that work out for him once. So I might wait for these units to slip out here and try to move inside the main. Yep. Spotting Zealot. Moves back. Counter Zealot moves into the main. Probe tries to block the ramp, and actually Dragoon running back here pretty quickly. Good probe blocking. Citadel going to get scouted here. Maybe? Yep. So very nicely done here from OyA. Will scout that Citadel. I think he should cancel it at this point. Nope, he's not going to cancel it. He's just going for it. It is Templar Archives time. Robo going down here for OyA. So obviously, probably can expect him to be putting down his observatory fairly quickly. Only 2 Dragoons and a Zealot here for OyA. Looks like a couple more are going to be pumped out here for OyA though to defend. Does have range on the way. That's good. Looks like a lot of red though. This could get scary here. Zealot moving into tank. First Dragoon being targeted down, and OyA wisely backing up immediately. Now it's 4 Dragoons on a ramp versus 5 Dragoons from BoA. BoA not going to be able to move up there. Double cannon again. Looks like he's very afraid of DT. I think he could just be going like Nexus before cannon or something, and maybe get an advantage that way, but I guess, you know, he's decided he doesn't know exactly if it's DT or not. So nice little positioning here from BoA to basically hold the bottom portion of this ramp. Nexus down at the natural. First 2 DTs moving out as well for BoA. The observer will be up in time though, so I don't think OyA's too worried here. Yep, there we go. Now if you're BoA and you're paying attention... Oh. Free DT. This is going to be that same scary timing. All BoA can really hope to do is counter with a DT and hope it gets some big damage. Observer sees the DT though, moves back. He has a second observer though. He's already ready. Very well done here from OyA. Man, that is a lot of Dragoons. Even a 3rd cannon underway here for BoA, so you can tell he is concerned. Dragoons moving in, focusing down 1 Dragoon, 2nd Dragoon, cannon being focused as well. Finally, the 3 Zealots are here as well to start tanking. immediately targeting the next cannon and the next cannon. Ooh, cannon didn't go down though. Actually, ended up not being the worst trade here for BoA, I gotta say. And BoA will have the faster expansion timing. So somehow, BoA's managed to hold and kind of make this work for now. Another cannon going up. Looks like OyA still senses some blood. Going to be trying to pressure, maybe, with 3 Dragoons. I don't think he's going to get much done, actually. Man, I think BoA, once he holds, he shouldn't be making so many cannons. They're not the best PvP. That was a very low HP Dragoon there, 6 HP left. Faster nat gas for OyA, one thing to note. And it looks like Templar tech underway here for BoA. We already see 2 high Templars out. Most likely has Storm. Robo at the natural. No +1 yet, spinning on the Forge. And OyA just with Dragoons and Observers so far. Do see a bit of a supply lead here for OyA. About 12 supply or so, 13 supply. 2 additional gateways underway, and it looks like OyA wants to pressure once again here. The one good thing about this Templar tech, it is very good defensively. Storm is great in this matchup PvP. Ooh, Reaver moving in though. Gets a nice shot. Ooh, bit of a whiff of a Storm though. Second one was good. And ooh, suddenly there's nothing to outrange this Reaver. Oh, unless you do that. Picks off the shuttle with the Reaver. Very well done. Looks like the Archon kind of tanking for everything. Observer goes down. Ooh, nice pickup there from BoA. Still no natural gas though for BoA. Looks like a lot of Dragoons still being produced here. DT moving in to try to swipe some of these Dragoons down. Ooh. Hit it! There we go. It looks like BoA though, waiting for that next Observer. Can't fall too far, BoA. There we go. Uh-oh. The single Dragoon timing. Oh man, BoA trying to make the best of high ground here, but just doesn't have the numbers. His unit's kind of getting caught out of position here a little bit. Oh, OyA's just got so many Dragoons. Observer moving in along with these Dragoons. And yeah, once again, BoA's going to take the worst end of that trade. Does have his natural gas up though, so maybe that'll help Eco starting to catch up a little more. Additional gateways going down in the main here for BoA. Reaver already completed for OyA once again, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Reaver timing with Dragoons from OyA. Ooh, nice pickups though for BoA. Every time it starts to look a little bleak, BoA just moves out and gets you know, some decent timings in trades with these low Dragoon numbers. Third base going down here for OyA. Yeah, only 2 on gas, unfortunately, for OyA as well at the natural. No Zealot legs yet for BoA. Pylon going down near the double bridge. Wonder if he'll maybe put a cannon or a battery there or something. Ooh, I like the cannon and the mineral line at the natural here for BoA, just to defend any type of Reaver drop or Storm tech play. And shuttle moving in over the natural here. see what he's able to get done. Oh, immediately tanks a shot, but huge Scarab connect on that mineral line. Another cannon in the main. Scarab does not get a good connect, and Shuttle Reaver will fall there. So, good defense, good hold there from BoA. Probes at the natural are a little thrown off. There we go. Back to mining. But OyA just, once again, starting to get a bigger and bigger advantage due to eco alone. This mineral only for OyA is just fully kicked in, and it's really on BoA to kind of pressure out here. So here we go, big troop movement for BoA, moving over towards this mineral only. Shuttle Reaver and Storm coming in here. It's just Dragoon and Zealot tech for OyA, so this might be what he needs to really push OyA back. And yeah, absolutely, good connects, good engagement there. And it looks like BoA going to force OyA to back up for now. Needs to get that third Nexus down though. More Reaver Zealot under production here for OyA. This is where I was saying, like, this map in particular, mid-late game PvP, you start seeing a lot of speed zealots, which is really not normal for the matchup. But you just have all this additional minerals to work with that, you know, extra zealots for harassment, for just buffering armies is very useful. We are seeing quite a bit of a supply lead now for OyA. 20 supply lead, that much faster mineral only. Wouldn't be surprised if we even saw OyA move towards taking a fourth base here very soon. Ooh, Archon as well. I love the Archon play from OyA here. And yeah, it looks like this is what he was waiting for. 2 more Reavers in that shuttle. 2 Archons going to be joining up as well. OyA definitely with the supply lead, and here we go. First engagement, this potentially game series engagement. Reavers going down, nice pickup there for BoA, both Reavers falling, and good Storms actually. But the final, 2 Archons moving in here, a lot of speed zealots going to join the fray, and really it just looks like OyA has too much. That's all it really has been. The control from BoA has just been exceptional, but he's just getting overwhelmed here. Good Storm on those Zealots. And once again, OyA going to force BoA to back up here. OyA starting to stack a little bit of money. Cannons are down, though, at this mineral only for BoA. He's got Storm Tech. And yeah, it looks like OyA not the most comfortable about engaging here. 12 o'clock being taken from OyA. This will be his 3rd gas base. Very important for the matchup. Obviously, you really like having those extra tech like gas units, whether it's Archon, Reaver, or Dragoon. It's just very good for this matchup. 40 supply lead here for OyA. Looks like that mineral only being scouted here from BoA. And we just see a massive swarm of blue moving across the map now for OyA. BoA making the best with what he's got. He's secured that high ground above the mineral only. Looks to be pressuring out here with a small group of zealots, but they will be caught immediately. And here we go. OyA maybe trying to move up this high ground. Good Storm, though, going down. DT as well. And I don't believe BoA has an observer with this army, so this could be tricky. 3 Templar moving in here. Not quite with enough energy for Storm, but they will here in a second. There we go. Storm number 1 going down. Cannon's doing a great job tanking. But man, we need some more Storms. We need something. Ooh. Good Storm. Good Storm. There's just an overwhelming number of Dragoons left, though. And it looks like OyA will take the series 3-1 against BoA. well done, really close games, but you know, as I mentioned, it's just the eco difference of OyA. It feels like is something else, man. His probe production, his like expo timing is just on another level. It's so difficult to deal with. But BoA had some pretty serious, you know, games, some really great engagement. Game number 1 in particular was very impressive from him, and you know, had a really good showing. But it will be OyA moving on to the semifinals to go up against another monster Protoss in Dawid. That should be an exciting one, folks. But yeah, that was really well done from both those players. I'm definitely hyped to see OyA face off against Dawid. I think he's one of the few that's really gonna give Dawid a struggle, let's say, or maybe even topple the former champion. So we will have to wait and see. I believe our next match will be, is it Bonnet Ziki? Okay, Danny versus Ultra. So our next match, we will have a incredible TVT here for you. It's going to be Dandy going up against Ultra TVT to see who moves on to the semifinals. Once again, another best of 5. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I guess before we get into that, let's go to a quick break here. So make sure you all stay tuned. You know, get up, stretch your legs, grab some water, and we'll see you back in a few minutes.